Welcome back to BikeBeat, your home for honest, in-depth motorcycle insights. Today, we're diving into a machine that's as charming as it is capable, the 2026 Honda CT125 Hunter Retro. Whether you're an urban explorer, a weekend adventurer, or just someone who appreciates classic design with modern reliability, this bike is bound to grab your attention. So, let's fire it up, figuratively and literally, and take a closer look. First things first, this is not just a cosmetic refresh. The 2026 CT125 Hunter Retro builds upon the wildly popular CT125 platform, also known as the Trail 125 in some markets, and delivers even more refinement while staying true to its utilitarian roots. It pays homage to the original Honda trail bikes of the 60s and 70s, but underneath that vintage aesthetic is a cleverly modern machine designed for real-world adventure. The engine remains a 124 cubic centimeters air-cooled single-cylinder, but this year, it gets subtle tweaks for improved fuel efficiency and smoother torque delivery. Honda has incorporated a revised ECU mapping and slightly redesigned intake for better throttle response, especially noticeable when you're climbing off-road trails or darting through tight traffic in the city. The motor produces around 8.7 horsepower and 8.1 Newton-meters of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but the CT125 is more about rugged reliability and terrain accessibility than sheer speed. One key update this year is the addition of Honda's new EcoRide indicator, which lights up when you're riding in the most fuel-efficient zone. With its 5.4-liter fuel tank and an impressive fuel economy of around 67 kilometers per liter, you're looking at roughly 350 kilometers of range per fill-up. That makes it ideal for long days exploring country roads or simply minimizing stops on your daily commute. Let's talk suspension. The 2026 CT125 continues with its high-mount telescopic front forks and twin rear shocks, now tuned for better rebound damping. It's not motocross-level plush, but for trail riding, gravel roads, and pothole-ridden city streets, it's more than capable. Ground clearance is a generous 165 mm, and the underbody skid plate has been slightly reinforced this year for added durability. Stopping power comes from disc brakes front and rear, with the front benefiting from single-channel ABS. It's not a full ABS system, but considering the bike's off-road ambitions, it strikes a good balance between safety and control. Wheels remain 17-inch wire spoke with dual-purpose tires that give you just enough bite off pavement without compromising too much on-road grip. Now, let's pivot to design, because that's where this bike really shines. The retro trim takes visual cues from Honda's golden era, think the 1970s Trail 90s, with a round LED headlamp, a matte-finished exhaust heat shield, and metallic paint options like forest green, sand beige, and the new deep crimson red. The frame has also been given a subtle brushed treatment that adds to the vintage appeal without looking like a novelty. The seat is long, flat, and now slightly wider at the back for added pillion comfort. New this year is a leather-textured seat cover and classic Honda wing logos on the fuel tank. It's not just nostalgic, it's beautifully executed. Instrumentation is basic but functional, a round LCD display with speed, fuel, trip meter, and gear indicator. For 2026, Honda has added Bluetooth connectivity for call and text alerts via your phone, plus USB-C charging under the seat. That might surprise some, but it's the kind of convenience today's riders appreciate even on a retro-style trail bike. One of the CT125's biggest advantages remains its semi-automatic 4-speed transmission. No clutch lever here, just toe through the gears and go. It's incredibly user-friendly for beginners but still engaging enough for experienced riders to enjoy. The auto-clutch setup also makes it easier to navigate rough terrain or stop-and-go traffic without stalling. The rear rack deserves a mention too. It's factory standard, sturdy enough to strap down a duffel bag, cooler, or even a small camping setup. Honda has also expanded its accessory catalog for the 2026 model, offering modular side panniers, a front cargo rack, and even a small windscreen, all bolt-on ready. Now, how much will all this cost? Honda has priced the 2026 CT125 Hunter Retro at approximately $4,299. That positions it well in the entry-level adventure and urban explorer category, especially considering the reliability, design pedigree, and fuel economy you're getting. What's the catch? Well, if you're chasing highway speeds, this bike isn't it. It'll top out around 90 km per hour, and while it's incredibly versatile, it's not designed for long-haul, high-speed touring. But honestly, that's not what the CT125 is about. This bike is about slowing down, exploring the unbeaten path, and doing so with style and simplicity. To sum it all up, the 2026 Honda CT125 Hunter Retro is a modern classic that hits all the right notes. It's affordable, approachable, and oozes character. Whether you're heading to work, weaving through alleys in Bangkok, or taking the back road to a campsite in Oregon, this bike makes the journey half the fun. So, what do you think? Is this the kind of ride that fits your lifestyle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you've taken one for a spin or plan to, let us know your experience. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more deep dives like this one.